Pick up everybody, it's your girl Sophie Soph back here on Sophia's Football Talk. First and foremost, it's a sad day, or definitely been from yesterday, for in the footballing world, especially for Man United fans, as we lost a legend, Dennis Law, um, legend of Man United, but also a legend of football in general. One third of the Holy Trinity, alongside of George Best, Sir Bobby Charlton. Um, the other two obviously passed away before. Now he's the last one. Thoughts goes out to him and his family as he passed away at the age of 84. So condolences goes out to them indeed. Rest in peace, Dennis Law. Rest in peace. So I just wanted to make sure that I said that before we fully start the show. But yes, big up everybody, big up to each and every one of y'all that are here today on this. Right now, it's Saturday afternoon. Hope that you guys are doing well. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you are new here, as we are on the road to in the 10K subscribers, and give this video, of course, as well a big thumbs up, because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for new people to see and new people to react to. And consider as well becoming a SFT member. Just another way to support the channel. You get customized badge next to your name, customized emojis you can use. In some of the different tiers, you'll get exclusive videos and as well as a member only live stream. So if you want to get those exclusive perks, then do consider becoming a SFT member. Link will be in the description box, but also in the chat pinned as well. Big up to Football Power Hour. Subscribe to him. Show him some love. Big up to my brother. Hope you're doing well. And big up to Jordan as well. Hope you are also doing well. Big up. Subscribe to his channel as well, even though he's a Liverpool supporter, but big up. Big up. So, before we start to talk about the game, obviously, Man United versus Brighton, um, I always like to talk about Man United news. And yes, this guy doesn't play for Man United, or doesn't play for Man United, isn't Man United manager anymore, but still felt like it would be nice to kind of talk about it a little bit. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signs a new um, contract, basically becomes the new Besiktas head coach until 2026. I mean, since we part ways, I almost feel like it's rude to say sad, towards a legend as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And I always say this: yes, amazing. I mean, it didn't work out as him being the manager of Man United, but he will always be a legend for Man United as a player, always. So that will never change. I will always have respect for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, especially with the fact even more, the fact he's Norwegian, done very well, that helps even more. But yeah, so since he parted ways with Man United back in 2021, we haven't seen him really coach anywhere other than, I think it might have been his daughter's um, team. I think it might have been, or maybe even his son. One of his children's football teams he did coach. I think it might have been like under 17 or something in that regard. But other than that, we haven't really seen him. He's been linked with, I believe, technically it's a year and a half ago, where he was offered to become the new Norway's women coach, but he fortunately declined. He was kind of looking for some other offers. And then he has been linked with Besiktas actually before, for a year now, and now he got it. So congratulations to him. I definitely will be tuning in and seeing a couple of Besiktas games, especially like they are in the Europa League still. So I might see if I can watch. I think they're going to be his first game will be against Athletic Bilbao, so I might tune in. But yeah, so big up to him. Man United, obviously, they're still kind of discussing the whole, plans in regards to the new stadium. And As part of feasibility work for stadium plans, more than 50,000 Man United fans were, you know, asked in a survey. The focus group were established and open days held at Old Trafford to inform the work of the task force. The survey showed that more than 90% of the supporters are positive about the ambition to deliver a world-class stadium at the heart of regenerated stadium district. The data also showed that a new built stadium at Old Trafford is the preference for the majority of fans, who responded with 52% declared support for that option. Redevelopment of the existing stadium was preferred by 31%, with a further 17% stating unsure. And then Man United, obviously, they commented on the stadium plans themselves. So the task force determined that a redeveloped Old Trafford could increase the capacity of the existing stadium to 87,000, whereas the new build stadium would allow capacity to reach 100,000. Both options remain under consideration, with the club set to decide, Lord, I cannot speak, read, to decide on the preferred approach ahead of the summer. But there was also reports saying that it could take up to, like, if we decide to, go ahead and build a completely new stadium, obviously still in the same area, then that could take up to 7 years. And I'm like, 7 years. So by that time, I'll then be 37. Hopefully, I have a family, married, and have kids. Hopefully, that would be great. But yeah, like, if y'all can maybe make this happen within the next 3 years, that would be great. 7 years, y'all are reaching. But either way, so in terms of, if we talk about transfer talks, reported by L'Equipe yesterday, Milan have given up on a deal to sign Marcus Rashford after very difficult negotiations. They are focused on pursuing a deal for Kyle Walker instead. I mean, obviously, Rashford, of course, still has been left out of the Man United squad for some time now. And yeah, I mean, I'm just, oh, by the way, I mean, this is not Man United related though. Big up to Dele Alli for agreeing a deal to join Como. There's so many teams, no, not teams, but there's so many now English players or British players in general now that are joining teams in Italy. And I think that's kind of dope. This is why, like, I be watching a lot of Italian football, especially Inter. Today, there's going to be some big clashes in Serie A with some good games. So I'm just saying, y'all are missing out. But there's a reason, of course, when you see some of these players going to Serie A. It's not a washed league. It's a good league. And, the title race is going strong with Napoli and Inter. Atalanta, of course, amongst it as well. So it's looking good. And that goes to my next point. So with Alejandro Garnacho being um, heavily sought after by Napoli, reported yesterday by Corriere, Napoli have reached an agreement on personal terms with Alejandro Garnacho. And let's be honest, mostly, of course, you should be smart to maybe reach personal terms with the player first. Like, if you got the player on board, then you can kind of start to entertain and negotiate and discuss with said player's club, right? So they, of course, want to try to lower the asking price that Man United is asking for. But I just hope that we won't budge, because if we do get rid of him, regardless, we have to either way get some new players in, even if Garnacho doesn't leave. We still need to get players in. And the way you see with Man City moving in the window with getting, I think, 3, maybe 4, 5 players they're kind of eyeing in this January window. Ali Brad Hojlund signed a new long-term contract yesterday. It is a bit concerning that Man United haven't made anything yet. It's just been a lot of talks that players are leaving. And if now Milan now decides to go for Kyle Walker instead of a Rashford, then we got an issue. Especially if there's not other clubs that are willing to try to take Rashford in, because he can't just sit there and not do anything. It's better for him to then go on loan to anywhere else, not in the Prem, of course, but somewhere, instead of him just sitting there rotting completely, you know? But hey, pick up Eddie, hope you're doing well. Yes, we do need to see a better performance. I agree. If McTominay wins the league, then I'm asking questions of Serie A. No, 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 no. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Eddie, McTominay with what he brings with his physicality, like I get it. And let's be honest, Antonio Conte loves those type of players like McTominay. You see, he got like Ashley Young, Darmian, Mkhitaryan, Alexis Sanchez. Like he got some of our players. Lukaku, of course. I mean, Lukaku's been kind of, hoeing himself around Italy in its entirety. The way he's been twerking and dropping it low down for every Italian club is a madness. He's a snake in these streets, but I digress. Either way, I'm not gonna. So if McTominay wins the league with Napoli, which I don't think they're gonna do, I still am backing on my team, Inter, but they're kind of making it a bit too difficult with themselves with dropping points here and there for no reason. But that's a video for another day. Either way, let's not act like McTominay is like just because he wasn't what we need at Man United doesn't mean that he can't offer another team something different. And he's been hella clutch. He's been very good for Napoli. So I get it. So, but I'm just saying, don't underestimate Serie A. Watch it, people. Keep an open mind. Pick up almost as yours not good enough, in my opinion, Irish play. We will talk about him. We will talk about him, but big up to you. Pick up Roderick, hope you're doing well. Yes, everyone, keep getting the likes up. The more likes we get, the more we're able to watch. And by the way, big up to y'all for joining on this Saturday. I don't know what time. Let me know to those of you watching, where are y'all watching from? Where you based? Because to those of you who might be new watching this or watching this on the replay, hey, I'm sitting here, also Norway. Time is about to be 4 p.m. very shortly, but I want to know, how about you? What is the time? Let me know where you're at, where you're watching from. I don't want anything to do with Dortmund players after Sancho. Interesting. Exactly. Watch players going to Serie A to win. Young Sanchez, like you said, Serie A on the review. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's Antonio Conte that's picking these players, and they still was able to do. Let's not be honest, some of these players still mid, but they're able to show up. So some players, just because McTominay wasn't good for Man United in the league, doesn't mean that Serie A is a bad league just because it fits him. Some players just might be better suited for other leagues. Literally, it can just be that simple. Maybe it's just like hella suited for Napoli. It just makes sense on the Conte. I don't think that's a stretch, you know? Good points on McTominay there, says I will admit. Thank you. Big up Kenny says, big up Sofia. We need to start winning games at all costs. As much as I know that our performances were inconsistent, I agree. Hey, Broderick are watching. He's watching from Kenya, going to 6 p.m. Come on, Kenya. I need to go to Kenya one day. One day. But yeah, so with I don't know, guys. I have no idea what's going to be happening with Rashford and Garnacho. Garnacho probably. I won't be shocked if he stays. I will feel some type of way if anyhow Rashford stays. I will then feel some type of way. I would respectfully. I would. Notorious. I'm wondering. Big up to you. Big up to you. Hope you're doing well. ZA, is that Zambia? Big up though. Big up to you. Let me see if there's any more news in regards to that. Sofia talking me around here. It's like saying of the style make fights. I will watch more. I'm telling you, I watch Serie A. I always try to I told myself about 2-3 seasons ago I wanted to watch more and more Inter games, especially. Then I watched a couple of Serie A in general. I've been entertained. Today I will be feasting. Today, while we, of course, I believe Brentford, Liverpool are playing in about 6 minutes, so I probably might need to have that on actually. while I'll still be live for a little bit. And I know that there's also going to be, I think it's like Juve, Milan are playing. And then as well, it's going to be, Arsenal, Aston Villa. I don't know if that's going to be at the Emirates or if that's going to be no, it's going to be at the Emirates. At the same time as well, we also will be having, a little bit later, Atalanta Napoli. I'm feasting today. Today is those type of days where I'm like, it's Saturday. I'm staying in, just enjoying myself with some football and then watching my team play tomorrow. They better not disappoint. But we'll see. And Tori says it's annoying that we have to sell one of our own in Garnacho to make some money to buy. I hear it. I don't think we have to. I don't think that's the case. We just need to make sure, like, if they're going to give us a significant amount, then I'm not going to sit there and say no. For me, it has to be 55 million minimum for me to even entertain it. Minimum. So I'm not one of those people that says, but just because you might not rate the guy, that I'm going to just say, oh, yeah, I'll take 30, 40 and I'll bite your hand off. No, I won't. I want other teams to overpay for our players. That's what I want. For once, let other team feel like they be mugged off and not Man United. That's what I think. Man United, by the way, if we keep going on, Man United have been informed by Tyrell Malacia on Friday evening, or they've actually informed Malacia the other way around, that he could leave the club on loan. Clubs from almost all top European leagues have inquired about his ability. So he might go on loan, but then if he does go on loan, which I think that probably will be good for him, we have to bring in some players. Because I'm telling you, today, right now, as we're doing this live, January 18th, the window, I'm literally looking right now, the window will be closed in 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks left of the window. So we better get the fingers out of our butt. Sounds mad, but it's a Norwegian say. It sounds better in Norwegian, but yeah. Get your finger out of your ass, That's what we got to do, Come on. Get it together. Because right now, what we're doing right now is not cute. It's not cute. You got to do better with yourself. And khalas. Khalas, you know what I'm saying? Clubs sell talent all the time. Selling Garnacho isn't the end of the world. That is a good point. I just think we have to make sure that we, replace. Because we can sell him, all right? But if we don't sell him and we don't replace him, I mean, if we do sell him, we don't replace him, then long day. I already have Ineos. I'm looking at them sideways. I've been looking at them sideways for some time. So if they anyhow dare to screw up this January window, it's going to be long. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be long, respectfully. But let's move on to tomorrow's game, shall we? So, also, as I said, we're going to be having yet another home game after getting, the first home game of this year against Southampton with a win at the end. Ahmad hat-trick. Ahmad is actually the first Man United player to score a hat-trick since Ronaldo in 2022. So it's been time. So big up to him. He's cooking. There's a reason why I still have him, on the picture in this thumbnail. Yeah. So Dalot obviously will be available for United again after being suspended. But Johnny Evans, Victor Lindelöf, Mason Mount, and Luke Shaw are still sidelined. So other than that, the rest should be there. The rest should be there indeed. So we have to wait and see with that, I think, With Brighton, they will definitely be without Igor, Fedi, Kadioglu, and James Milner due to long-term injuries. There are doubts over Evan Ferguson, Brajan Gruta, Jack Hinshelwood, and Matt Weifer. In terms of the form for both teams, obviously us, we won the first time in the league since December 15. But let's be honest, there were moments where, not moments, we could have lost that game. We should have probably lost that game. We weren't good. We turned it around the last 15 minutes or so, or 20, 15 minutes, but before that, we were crap. So hopefully we can do something, but this is going to be difficult. Brighton will be even more difficult, let's be honest, against then. I mean, compared to a Southampton. Let's see here. And with Brighton, though, they drew 6 and lost 2 of their 8 top flight games after beating Bournemouth 2-1 on November 23rd. But goals from Mitoma and Jorginho Rutter were enough to see off Ipswich at Portman Road. So there you have it with the team losing kind of the gist about the form. But how will we be able to set up the team? What will we do? What shall we do? I mean, I hope Zirkzee needs to start this time. He has to. He has to. How are you going to be able to like continue with good form and yada yada if you're not going to be able to kind of be given the chance to start? He's definitely turned around since the booing that he ordered, I guess, Newcastle a few weeks back and getting clapped. Of course, cheered on against Liverpool the game after, and being hella important against Arsenal. Great cameo again against Southampton. So I hope that he starts. But Onana definitely will be starting. I think Euro probably should be on the bench. Euro was struggling. Big up to him. Kid was not ready. He was hella struggling. So bring me Licha, De Ligt, Maguire. I think that will probably be the best. And then wing backs, obviously Dalot will probably go straight back into the team. So he's been rested. He better turn it around because he's been annoying me a lot. I just don't really like Mazraoui and Dalot as kind of the wing back like that. And I need Mazraoui also to turn it around because Mazraoui wasn't good in the last game. So I need a performance from him as well. So yeah. In the pivot, we'll have, of course, Meno and Ugarte. In the 10s, I think Ahmad will then be moved back from as he was a right wing back in the last game. I think we'll put him back in the 10 alongside of Bruno and then Zirkzee up top. There you have it. There you have it. That will maybe, I'm not sure, be the lineup for tomorrow's game. Broderick asked no Collier to start. No, but eventually, yes, you could. But I mean, I think he comes off from the bench. But I do like Collier, though. I do like Collier. But Meno and guys, they were struggling against Southampton. So I do need to, because the way we're gonna be playing against Baleba and then man, Carlos Baleba. I would love to have him at Man United. So we got to sort it out. Fortunately, I think this is hype. I hope Garnacho does go. He doesn't suit controlling games. I hear it. Yeah, pivot point of the Zirk. Let's go. Still has to use his body better. I think he has been. And it's just that final decision that he has to improve a lot more. But I think his hold-up play is very good, especially compared to a Hojlund. Very good. It adds more options on the width for Man United. So I do think that is definitely a good thing for sure. Anything else to mention? Not really. We will be live, of course, tomorrow, straight after the game. So make sure that you guys are there. Before we wrap up my score prediction, I want to hear your thoughts as well in the chat. What are your score predictions for the game tomorrow? Mine is going to be 2-1 Man United, but to be fair, it could be like a 2-2. It could be a draw. But I want to bank on, I really want us to win. I want us to win back to back, go on a little bit of a run. Like, let's do it. I really hope that we can. Because it's going to be a tough game. Brighton are no mugs. They aren't. And they tend to be our bogey team for the last few seasons now. So, yeah. Eddie says 2-2, right? I'm saying 2-1, but 2-2. There's something in me that says 2-2 might happen. So that can definitely be the case. But yeah, I just hope that we can win. And I hope that we can play well, way better than what we did against Southampton, because that game was atrocious. So against those type of teams that are amongst us, that we or even worse, of course, but on paper that we should be winning, right? But Brighton aren't. That it's not. We can't fully expect us to beat Brighton. They are a better team than we are, respectfully. They are. But I'm going to hope and I'm going to wish and I'm going to manifest that we do win. But yeah, guys, we're going to end it here. Thank you so much for being a part of this Saturday afternoon stream. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day with lots of football. Hope that whatever you plan to do for today, that you are having a blessed and wonderful day. If you watch this on the replay, do let me know your prediction as well. Like the video, everybody, on your way out. And of course, also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And consider joining the SFT membership. Let me read this comment. Keep Amorim, keep rotating. If there's any excuses, we need it to be lack of quality, not people burning out the injuries like with Ten. I hear it. Thank you, Eddie. Good day to you too, broski. See you tomorrow, peeps. We might probably post some YouTube shorts, maybe if I feel like it, might be other videos dropping today.